So, how does a company that's been around for over 100 years plan for the next 100? We're about to crack open the latest annual report from ITC, a true diversified giant, to see if we can find their blueprint for building an enterprise of tomorrow.
And right from the get-go, their own report doesn't pull any punches. It paints a picture of a world that's, well, pretty chaotic. We're talking geopolitical conflicts, shaky global trade, and a climate crisis that's picking up speed. This is the new normal.
Which brings us to the million-dollar question, right? In a world like this, how does a massive company plan to not just stay afloat, but actually win? How do you build a business that can weather any storm, but is also nimble enough to catch the next big wave? All right, let's dive in. ITC's answer comes in the form of a big, comprehensive strategy they call ITC Next. This is their master plan for dealing with all those challenges and kicking off their next phase of major growth.
Okay, so what is this strategy? Well, they've broken it down into a 3-horizon model. Horizon 1 is all about dominating the businesses they're already in. Horizon 2 is about expanding into closely related areas. And Horizon 3, that's about nurturing the big ideas of the future. It's a really smart way to think about it. Protect your core while you're innovating for what's next.
And this whole strategy is held up by 3 main pillars. First, a future-ready portfolio, basically having products that people want now and will want later. Second, making smart acquisitions that add real value. And third, building resilient supply chains that, won't break when things get unpredictable. Now, to really get what they're doing, you first have to understand just how massive and, well, surprising ITC actually is. You might think you know the company, but trust me, there's a whole other side to it. An unexpected empire of interconnected businesses. Okay, so you've definitely seen their stuff around, right? We're talking hygiene brands that are in millions and millions of homes. This is the ITC that we all kind of know.
But, and here's where it gets interesting, did you know they also run a global technology company? Yeah, a tech company that operates in 41 countries. A serious player on the world stage.
Or how about this? They're one of the leaders in sustainable packaging, making real alternatives to single-use plastics. Remember those big global challenges we talked about at the start? Yeah, they're tackling that head-on.
I mean, just look at this range. On one side, you have luxury, science-backed skincare, and on the complete other end of the spectrum, they're sourcing 35 lakh tons of agricultural produce. Think about that. It's this complete end-to-end system, from the farm to the factory, all the way to you. The scale is just mind-boggling.
So you've got this sprawling, diverse empire. How do you make it grow? Well, this is the clever part. They start mixing and matching their biggest strengths, especially digital and sustainability. That incredible scale we just saw, it becomes their secret weapon. And to understand their secret weapon, you have to get this one term they use: phygital. I know, it sounds like a bit of a buzzword, but the idea is actually super simple and really powerful. It's all about blending the physical world with the digital world to create a better, more connected experience. And their super app for farmers called ITC Mars is the perfect example. So you've got this digital app that gives farmers AI-driven advice right on their phone, but it also connects them to physical things, like getting their crops to market. See? Digital and physical working together. And we're not talking about some small test project here. This thing has over 20 lakh farmer registrations. That's 2 million. It's a huge deal. This is what digital transformation looks like when you apply it at a massive scale.
And this is where it all clicks into place. They take their hotel chefs, combine them with their food business, add their digital tech, and boom, you've got new food tech services. Or they take what they know about paper and create next-gen sustainable packaging. Entirely new ventures just spring up where their different businesses overlap.
But here's the thing, this whole plan isn't just about making money. A core part of their philosophy is that you have to create value for society and the planet at the very same time. They call it the triple bottom line. Basically, they're saying success isn't just about the economic bottom line, it's also about your environmental impact and your social contribution. You have to deliver on all 3. And they're not just talking the talk. Let's look at the numbers. First up, the environment. Almost 52% of all the energy they use comes from renewable sources. That's huge.
And then there's their afforestation program. They've helped green over 13 lakh acres. That's an absolutely enormous area, basically creating a giant carbon sponge for the planet.
And finally, let's talk about social value.
Their whole operation supports the sustainable livelihoods of almost 90 lakh people. Just let that number sink in. That's impact on a national scale.
Okay, so let's put it all together. You've got the ITC Next strategy, the surprisingly diverse empire, a huge focus on digital, and this deep commitment to that triple bottom line. When you see it all laid out, their grand vision starts to become really clear.
What this really is one massive bet. ITC is betting that the future belongs to companies that are diversified, digital, and deeply, truly sustainable, not just as a PR move, but as the very engine of their business. And that leaves us with one big question, doesn't it? Is this triple bottom line model? Is this the actual blueprint for what a successful megacorporation is going to look like in the 21st century? It's definitely something to chew on.